The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is the Eagles Sports Network alongside Carson-Newman head softball coach Vickee Hollifield and the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier. Vic, a tough sweep at the hands of the Anderson Trojans. You're swept at home for the first time in 3 years. Scored runs, but for the first time it feels like all season pitching and defense weren't there throughout the doubleheader. What did you see today?
Well, first of all, I'd just like to say Anderson's got a really, really good team, one of the best hitting ball clubs that we've faced in a good number of years. But Tommy does a great job, and I want to give them credit where credit is due. Also, his kids played with heart and enthusiasm, and he's just got a good team. Adam, we scored runs today. Our pitching, gave up way too many hits today. I knew they were going to hit the ball, but then just defense. And, I could sit here and go through a list, but what's aggravating is things that you go and practice on in practice, and my expectations are there to stop some of those things. But, it all comes back to me and Coach Graves. I take full responsibility. But, I got a lot of coaching to do because I don't feel comfortable with our lineup right now. I'm disappointed in our play, and we've just got to – we're making the same mistakes over and over, and it's very, very frustrating. And when you're into so many games, this stuff shouldn't be happening as often.
Game 1, 5 errors. That hasn't happened to Carson-Newman softball as a team but twice in the last now 5 years. And again, you kind of alluded to that, but that coupled with 9 walks, a season high. You give a team like Anderson 14 free bases, that'll come back to haunt you.
Again, you just can't do that because it was like in the second game, in the 4th inning, I went over to Tommy and I said, every time I look up, it's another big stick coming up. But you're right. You hit on it. Too many walks today, too many hits, and I think, in that second game, about 11 runs were earned out of 13. And again, you don't point your finger at any one thing, but our effort on foul balls and all that, and that comes back to me. I got some work to be done, Adam.
What positives do you take from this game?
I was very happy with the way that we hit the ball today because, we just haven't been hitting the ball and scoring that many runs in our ball games. And what we had been living on was defense and pitching. But our last 2 or 3 outings, it hasn't been that case. And we did some things like this at Newberry as well. But I don't want to take anything away from teams that we're playing. But as far as Carson-Newman softball, it doesn't look like Carson-Newman softball to me.
Quick turnaround. As long as Mother Nature doesn't send you scattering elsewhere. You play a nationally ranked Queens team on Saturday. What do you have to do to get ready for the Royals?
You got to come out and be ready again. She's got speed, and she's got a really good team. And, Adam, we cannot continue on this course. The other side of that, it's got to get better. I don't know of any time in my coaching that we've been 1-3 in the conference. And, so it's got my attention. I hope it's got our team's attention as well. And, Adam, here's the other thing. Somebody's got to pick it up. We need some leadership. We need some consistency. And correct consistency is what we need, very badly on our team right now.
Vickee, thanks for the time. We'll talk to you Saturday.
All right. Thanks, Adam.
It's Carson-Newman head softball coach Vickee Hollifield. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, and this is the Eagles Sports Network.